Hello everyone and welcome back to another video for Destiny 2 Season of the Arrival. This is day 1 of the DLC, and of course we're going to do the Is It Worth It and what is included in the Season's Pass for this season. Of course we had a lot of new things arrive for Destiny 2 this week. We had multiple DLCs confirmed for 2020, 2021, and 2022. Sorry, I'm just deleting things so we can see the armor in the season's pass. So we had multiple things that were confirmed, and now we're just going to take a look at every single thing on the seasons thing and see what it is like. We do end up getting obviously some new cloaks, or sorry, not new cloaks, some new exotics, some new things, etc., etc. So what we're going to do is, I'm just going to get rid of that because we don't really need that. But we're going to put on the armor and see how it looks. So far, not too shabby. I mean, obviously there has been some better armor. This armor actually does remind me of the armor located in King's Fall. Minus all of the aesthetics such as, the fangs and stuff like that. But I am just going to quickly pull that gun that we got from the Postmaster onto my Hunter, and then we're going to see what kind of exotic it is. So far, though, that this season and everything that has been unveiled so far has been really, really interesting in terms of content-wise. I mean, I'm really excited to see what Bungie does for the rest of the DLCs, and there are things that they should have done in general, but I digress. That is for a whole different video. Anyway, so the exotic that we get is called the Wither Horde, like one-man private security company, the Drifter. So the exotic perk is projectiles fired by this weapon blind the target or nearby area on impact. Primeval's Torment. So this looks like it'd be better in Gambit, and then obviously we get a little bit of Gambit lore here. We're not going to read that today because, again, that'll be for a different video. But now we're going to go over the Season's Pass and see if it is worth it compared to Season of the Worthy. Season of the Worthy had a few things that was wrong with it that I didn't really like in terms of there wasn't a lot of content to play. But for this DLC, if we look at all this, we have the Twisted Energy, so altered energy radiated by the pyramids and used to enhance the prismatic recaster or further unlock the secrets of the darkness. So like every season, I'm going to assume that this is the currency for this season, so we have to worry about that a bit. We also have Umbral Engrams, a mysterious engram that contains a wide variety of legendary gear. Its contents are susceptible to influence. So that influence being what is around during the certain time. With Bungie unveiling the new DLCs, they will be taking away a lot of destinations, and so a lot of gear will come into rotation. Sorry, a little bit of hiccups. But I digress. Now that we look at this, obviously Season of Arrivals is one of the last seasons. The next season after will be Season of Light, I believe. Something like that. So the next thing we're going to look at is, of course, we got a nice Edge of Arrival emblem. That looks really cool. And then we have the Revolutionary Blade Villager. Jesus. That's really cool. I like that one for my Hunter. I'll probably run that. And then, of course, there's a lot of things compared to last season that are the same. So we're just going to quickly go through them in what is different. With this, we have the mnemonic engrams of this season, which obviously include a lot of things from previous seasons in this one. So nothing really too new. As we go through each, we have, of course, catalyst enhancements, and then we have the Traveler's Entrance, so modification for your ship's transmat system, so you'll always arrive in style, adds the Traveler transmat effect. That's actually pretty cool. And then as we go through, again, there's not really too much as we go through, more engrams. And then we have the Falling Guillotine Sword, which this sword looks badass. I know that there is one that kind of has like a hook to it. I do not know what the name of it is called, but it doesn't look too bad. And then, of course, as you level up, you do get the grenade launcher again. So far, there's nothing really too different. We have the Horizons Beyond shader, which looks exactly like the armor does while you're wearing it. We then have the Cold Denial Pulse Rifle, which comes with Headseeker, Zen Moment, Flared Magwell, followed by Small Bore. Looks a lot like the Graviton Lance, if I'm being honest. We then have the Warden's Whaler Exotic Sparrow, which even comes with lore. This was actually in the trailer for the next season of Destiny with the Exo Stranger, so that's really interesting that they're going to include that. We then have an exotic cipher. So present it to Zura's Cryptarch to receive a reward. You can only hold one of these at a time. This is new. I do not know what this does. Maybe this is a new way to get exotics in the game. Probably is. And then now we have the Siegebreaker grips. This is on the Hunter, by the way. I will not be showing the Warlock and the Titan, just the Hunter. And then we have the Universal Ornament for the Warlock, or sorry, the Hunter's boots and arms. So that's not too bad there. We then have the cloak, the Siegebreak cloak, which comes a little bit of a fishing wire, if I'm being honest. That's what it looks like to me. And then we have the Riptide weapon ornament for the sword. Looks the same. The Siegebreaker's vest, which looks badass. We then have the Last Bastion shell for ghosts who hold the line. And finally, we are on the last page. So, as usual, you level up. I'm looking at the big things, such as ornaments and stuff like that. We have the Dark Waters for the weapon, which is an exotic ornament for the Cold Denial. We then have the Siegebreak mask, which looks really cool. I actually like that ornament. I would appreciate it if it didn't have, like, nose, like, hairy nostrils. We then have the Nurturing Nature, which I'm going to assume it's planting seeds, and then a tree grows. Just based off what I've done through this season so far, like just the opening mission. It's not a bad emote. And finally, of course, we have the White Collar Crime weapon ornament for the exotic. Now, it'll be interesting to see if these exotics are really good or not. But overall, as far as I can see, this season has... it has interest. As usual with Destiny, they always have interest. On the map, as you can see, we have the pyramid on Io, but, you know, every season has been a disappointment, and I think the problem is Destiny is still trying to find their footholdings. We do have the new dungeon, which is available, but like I said, you know, it's going to be very tough to see if this season is going to be worth it, just in terms of content. Now, why I say content is, yes, we get a new dungeon. That's great. I love the fact that we get a new dungeon. The Season's Pass does have some rewards that look interesting. Is it worth the $14 Canadian, $10 US? No. In my opinion, no. This season, Bungie did so much that all of this stuff should have been in here from the get-go on what they're going to introduce. I think that they should have combined D1 elements with D2 instead of restarting a character, but instead they didn't really listen to the community. And now that they've listened to the community, and we've been saying this for years, it's nice that they're finally doing it, but the Destiny player base is currently dying. That's the best way to put it. I know a lot of people still play this game, and I love this game to death. I love the story, I love the lore, I love the characters, but the gameplay is sour to me, and I'm finding I'm clocking less and less and less hours in Destiny as the year progresses. But that's been the video. That's been my thoughts on this season so far and on the Season's Pass, like will it be worth it, etc. But thank you guys so much for watching. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification box. I'm posting weekly Destiny content for Season of the Arrival and hopefully the new Destiny DLC that's coming out. I'm going to try to cover as much as I can as possible as it comes out. But thank you guys so much. Do me a favor, comment down below if this helped you in any way, shape, or form, if you're going to buy the Season's Pass or you're going to wait till the new DLC. And as always, guys, have a great day and peace out. Take care.